The Young and the Restless spoilers. Full episodes, Wednesday, the 22nd of July, 2026. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness that is our favorite soap opera. And we have so much to unpack today, so grab your coffee and let's get into it. I cannot believe he is doing this again. I am sitting here typing this up late at night because my brain is just spinning after looking at these upcoming spoilers for July 20 through the 24th, and I just have to scream about Adam Newman for a second. Adam is about to learn a very, very valuable lesson, and honestly, he completely deserves it. He is trying to pull off this massive secret deal with Sally Spectra to buy out Newman Media and Spectra Charles, and he actually thinks he can hide this from Victor Newman? Are we kidding right now? I've been watching since 2015, and this is literally the most repetitive, frustrating thing they've done with his character. Every single time Adam thinks he has outsmarted the mustache, he gets absolutely obliterated. And I know some people are loving this knight in shining armor routine Adam is pulling for Sally, but personally, I think it is a disaster waiting to happen. Because Victor knows everything. Victor always knows everything. Adam made Sally promise to keep this deal a secret, and she agreed because she is pregnant, she is terrified, and she is just trying to protect her company. But Victor has eyes and ears everywhere in Genoa City. When Victor finds out that Adam has been sneaking around behind his back, making deals with the very woman Victor is secretly trying to destroy, the fallout is going to be biblical. Victor is going to make Adam his #1 target, and I am genuinely terrified for what this means for Sally's stress levels. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about Sally for a second. The fate of Spectra Charles Media is completely up in the air right now as we head into the week of July 27, and I am just so stressed for her. She is carrying Billy's baby. She is still deeply traumatized from losing baby Ava, and now she is caught in the middle of a Newman civil war. Adam throwing that sunset pink nursery color in her face to guilt her into accepting his help was so manipulative, but also so heartbreaking because you know he still loves her. But if Victor decides to crush Spectra Charles just to punish Adam for his insubordination, Sally is going to lose everything she has worked so hard to build. I am dreading this. I am literally dreading watching Victor tear this poor pregnant woman's life apart just to teach his son a lesson. Okay, back to the point, because we need to talk about the Abbott house. Can we talk about this? Jack is finally coming home from the hospital, and Diane is playing the dutiful little nurse, but the vibe is completely terrifying. Jack is trying to recover from being stabbed, but Diane is absolutely paralyzed with fear because Dr. Lawrence Markham is still missing. And honestly, I do not blame her one bit. Markham is a literal monster. He ambushed her, he choked her out in her car, and he has been working with Patty Williams, who, by the way, is currently holding Abby and Dominic hostage. The fact that Jack is just trying to rest while his wife is jumping at every single shadow in the house is giving me so much anxiety. But then, Tracy Abbott steps in. Tracy Abbott, you guys. Our sweet, novel-writing, peacemaking Tracy is about to do the most insane, risky thing I have ever seen her do. Because Diane is spiraling and wants to contact the psychopath Martin Laurent to find Markham, Tracy decides she is going to do it herself. What is happening? Tracy believes she is the only person Martin will actually confide in, so she is volunteering as tribute to go play mind games with a serial killer. Remember when they tried this kind of storyline with other legacy characters and it just felt forced? Yeah, well, this actually feels incredibly badass for Tracy, but I am so scared for her. Martin is completely unhinged. If Tracy makes one wrong move, she is going to end up locked in a padded room right next to wherever they are keeping Abby. And, speaking of Martin, the spoilers are teasing a massive twin shocker that is going to change everything for a family in Genoa City. Now, my mind immediately goes to Martin and Alan Laurent. Are we going to find out that the man we thought was Martin is actually Alan? Or that Markham is actually Martin with a surgically altered face? Patty Williams is a master at face swapping. Remember when she literally stole Dr. Emily Peterson's face to marry Jack? It would make total sense if she helped Martin alter his face to become Dr. Markham. If this twin shocker is about the Laurent brothers, it is going to blow the roof off the Abbott mansion. Or, knowing the writers, it could be a completely different family. But I am banking on the Laurent twins, and I am so here for the absolute chaos it is going to cause. So, while the Abbotts are dealing with psychopaths, let's look at what is happening over at the Newman Ranch. Matt Clark. I am sorry, but I am so sick of this guy, and yet I cannot look away. Matt is currently putting on this whole, I have amnesia, I am a changed man act, and he is actually grappling with a massive decision. He wants to leave Genoa City forever. He told Victor that everywhere he goes, he just faces hate and anger, and he wants out. And honestly, good riddance. Let him leave. Let him walk out of town and never come back. But no, of course not. Because Phyllis Summers and Victor Newman will not let him leave? Am I the only one who thinks Phyllis has lost her actual mind? Phyllis is actively stopping Matt from leaving town. She is going on dates with him. She is cozying up to the man who tortured Nick, who tortured Sharon, who is a literal menace to society. She thinks she can use him as a pawn against Victor, but Victor is also refusing to let Matt go because Victor wants to keep his enemies close. Victor wants to use Matt to gather intel on Kane Ashby and whoever else crosses his path. The sheer arrogance of Victor and Phyllis thinking they can control a wild dog like Matt Clark is astounding. And the worst part about all of this? Nick Newman is going to pay the price. Nick is already hanging by a thread. He is terrified for his mother, Nikki, who just got her eye bandages removed and might be permanently blind. He is exhausted. And now he has to watch Phyllis, his ex-wife, the mother of his child, flirting with a man who nearly destroyed their family. Nick is spiraling into a massive, violent rage. He is threatening to permanently eliminate Matt. And you know what that means? The fentanyl. The cocaine. Nick is going to relapse. I can feel it in my bones. The temptation to kill Matt is going to push Nick right back into his addiction, and it is going to be devastating to watch. I am not ready for Nick to hit rock bottom again. I am just not. Okay, I need to take a deep breath because this next part is actually breaking my heart. Let's talk about Jill Abbott. Heading into the week of July 27, the spoilers are heavily hinting that Jill is acting incredibly desperate, and it is raising some massive, alarming questions about her true health status. Jill is pushing so hard to make peace with Billy. She is being soft, she is being accommodating, and if you know Jill Abbott, you know that is a massive red flag. Jill does not do soft unless something is terribly wrong. Is Jill dying? I mean, seriously, are the writers actually going to kill off Jill Abbott? I have been watching this show for years, and Jill is an absolute institution. The idea that she might be hiding a terminal illness from her family is making me so emotional. She has been fighting with Billy for months, constantly doubting him, constantly interfering in his life, and now she just wants peace. It feels like a goodbye tour. And if Jill is actually dying, my heart is going to shatter into a million pieces. And think about what this is going to do to Billy. Billy is already a complete mess. He just found out Sally is pregnant with his baby. He is trying to step up and be a good father, but he is also dealing with the guilt of constantly messing up his relationships. If he finds out that his mother is dying and that she spent her last few months fighting with him over corporate nonsense, Billy is going to completely break down. He is going to spiral, and who is going to be there to pick up the pieces? Sally? Sally is pregnant and currently having her company ripped apart by Victor Newman. She does not have the emotional bandwidth to deal with a spiraling Billy Abbott while Jill is on her deathbed. So where does this leave us for the rest of the month? We have Adam about to be annihilated by Victor because of his secret deal. We have a twin shocker, that is going to turn Genoa City upside down. We have Matt Clark being held hostage in town by the combined egos of Phyllis and Victor, which is going to push Nick into a drug-fueled rage. We have Jack trying to heal, while Diane and Tracy play detective with a literal serial killer. And we have Jill possibly facing the end of her life, while Billy remains completely oblivious. I know I am contradicting myself because half of me is furious at the writers for putting these characters through so much misery, but the other half of me is absolutely glued to my screen. This is peak daytime drama. The stakes have not been this high in years. I just need Adam to wake up and realize he cannot beat Victor. I need Tracy to stay safe. And I desperately need Jill to be okay. But knowing this show, we are about to get our hearts ripped out. Let me know what you guys think, because I clearly cannot process this all on my own.